I worked for George Cannon, and for those of you that don't know, George Cannon was big in the Midwest and up in Canada. And George had his promotion out of Windsor, and he had his TV, and we go work his TV. And he had his main heel was Sailor White, was one of the Moondogs, the original Moondogs. And they did an angle, and thank God I didn't run in on this because I'd already done my time with Sailor White, he and his brother, which was apparently the how can we kick Al's ass the most until time ran out match. Myself and a guy by the name of Bubba Hawkins. They just kept beating us. Like, make you give up, pin, like 15 minutes of it. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I quit minutes ago. We could have stopped this match. But apparently they just had 15 minutes, so let's just continue to beat Al's ass. And I mean, he beat your ass. He was rough. He was really stiff. And this was during a period of time when being as loose as possible was a hallmark. So it was like working with this coffee table that hit you back. So he was going to come in and attack Bobo Brazil. And he had like this god-awful 5-foot-long, it was a shillelagh. I don't know, it was a giant wooden stick with this huge knot on the top of it. And I remember a TV guy comes in, and he's like, where we're watching the monitor, and he goes, in a minute, Sailor White's going to attack Bobo Brazil, and I need you guys to come running in, and you're going to try to make the save. Of course, he's going to, drop all of you. And I was like, I'm thinking, he ain't dropping me. I just spent 15 minutes with this guy in the ring. I ain't going back out. And there was a guy called Little Lumberjack sitting beside me, and he's like, you going out? I go, no, I'm not going out. He goes, well, I'm not going out. I said, I'm telling you right now, I ain't going out. He goes, well, I'm not going out. I said, I don't give a shit what you do. I ain't going out. I've just had my ass whooped. And he's got a stick this time. Do you realize he has a stick? I'm not getting hit with a stick. So the guy runs in. And the story goes somewhere. It makes my point. Guy runs in and goes, oh yeah, I need your help. And Lumberjack looks at me, and I look at him, and I'm not going. So he jumps up and runs out. Fool. Because Sailor White wielded that thing like a baseball bat. Just started cracking guys left and right. Guy, he was in the 1980 Olympics when they boycotted excuse me, the Olympics, Greg Wojciechowski. He was also like working with a couch. He runs out, throws his arm up, breaks his arm. One guy grabs one end of the stick, boom, hits him with the other end of the stick. Just lays out every guy in the territory, laid everybody out. Mid-card guys, low guys, job guys, just killing them all. Okay? It's just bodies laying all around. Who do you think could make the save? But yet, a 58-year-old fat man who was 5'2" by 5'2", George Cannon jumps up from behind the announcer's desk and begins to belly buck, literally bumping him with his belly into submission, Sailor White, until his pants fell down all around off his waist, and that we went off the air. And that was going to be the main event in Cobo Hall, was Sailor White against George Cannon.